Okay. On behalf of the ATM, we'd like to extend our deepest condolences to the family of Mthokozisi Ntumba. The growing crisis of unemployment, especially amongst the youth, must not be ignored any longer, especially given the fact that we have more than 63% youth unemployment rate. Out of the 11 million South African citizens who are unemployed, more than 55% do not have matric. About 30% only have matric. So realistically speaking, we have more than 6 million South African citizens who are dependent on low skills jobs in order to make a living. The government has failed South Africa by allowing non-South African citizens to dominate the low skills jobs at the expense of citizens. Across the country, these low skills jobs are dominated by non-South Africans from hospitality, truck driving, hairdressing, security, meter, taxis, domestic work, and others. South Africa can't afford to play Father Christmas to the entire world at the expense of its own citizens. South African youth can't be beggars in their own country. The Department of Employment and Labor must do inspections in all companies to check if those companies are operating within the law when it comes to employing of non-South African citizens. All companies who are breaking the law must be heavily fined, and the management responsible for hiring non-South African citizens must be charged and arrested in accordance to the law. Lineala to find a company operating in our country, yet not even one South African citizen is working there. The Minister of Finance did allude to this problem in April 2020, saying in the new economy post-lockdown, majority of the workers must be South African. We know many companies prefer to employ non-South Africans in order to exploit and pay them slave wages. This reverses the gains made in achieving equality in the workplace, especially because it is the black South Africans who are laid off in order to create...
Person on a point of order.
Honourable Member, what is the point of order?
Chair, while I recognize this is a debate and the points of debate, I, however, believe that as members of parliament, we have a duty to uphold a constitution which has its values. I do not believe sentiments that seek to express xenophobic sentiments are ones that us as parliament should be allowing. I would therefore require your ruling in this instance. Mr. Zungula's, Honorable Zungula's sentiments expressed throughout his speech can only be identified as xenophobic, and particularly xenophobic towards African nationals. Thanks, Chair.
Thank you, Honourable Member. I will look into the matter. However, it is a political discussion and debate that is taking place. I see the DA do have a member later in the debate that will also be able to respond to what the Honourable Member is saying. In the meantime, I will allow the member to exercise his freedom of speech, but I will look into the answer, Honourable Member, and if necessary, make an appropriate ruling. Please continue, Honourable Member.
Thank you, Chair. This reverses the gains made in achieving equality in the workplace, especially because black South Africans are laid off in order to create space for non-South Africans. No company operating in South Africa must be allowed to break the law. No company must operate in our country without having a majority of the workforce being citizens. As the ATM was saying, special attention must be paid to these China malls, where almost all stores do not even have a single South African working there. We can't allow that nonsense to continue any further. This is South Africa. The expectation and the reality must be majority of the employees in any business must be black South Africans, as we are the majority. There is no new law that is needed here. There are no new ratios that are needed here. Rather, we just need the department to enforce the existing laws. And lastly, just like the Home Affairs is reviewing permits issued since the year 2004, Employment and Labour must review.
Thank you. The next speaker is the Honourable Dunjwa. What the Honourable Member said was an opinion and a view that he was expressing on his behalf and that on the behalf of his party. There is certainly nothing inciting from the speech of the member that can be detected. and as such, that point of order is dismissed. That brings us to the end of this virtual sitting, and this virtual sitting is now adjourned. Thank you.
Long live the chair.